the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
What's happening? What's happening? What is happening? Man, it was your truth with a two, Hurts with a Z coming at y'all. Just under 5 hours before Friday the 13th. Before Friday the 13th. Um, tonight um, I'm gonna do some little weird shit. I'm gonna at midnight. I'm gonna binge watch all of Friday the 13th. I'm gonna see if I can binge watch. I know I ain't gonna be able to watch all of them, and there was like 11 of them motherfuckers. So I know I ain't gonna be able to watch all of them in a 24-hour span, but I'm gonna uh, I'll watch some tonight, and then uh, I'll crank it back up probably around you know um, you know 5 or 6 tomorrow. You know what I mean? So of course, when I get sleepy, I go to sleep. So um, make sure you hit them buttons, man. Like, share, subscribe. I'm just gonna be a little short show. I actually had it scheduled for 7. But I guess Sam was right about me. Mr. White said you got regular post time, and you got regular post time, you got black post time, and you got OG truth time, and true to form. That some bitch is right by me. We're gonna talk about we're gonna talk a little uncomfortable. Uh, we're gonna talk about the uncomfortable truth and have a little uncomfortable conversation. Um, as I said earlier, this situation with James Pearce Jr. and the baby girl Rickea Jackson is kind of troubling to me, to say the least, to put it mildly. But the uncomfortable conversation part of it, I'm gonna start. I'm gonna tell y'all a little short story. Y'all know how the truth is. Sometimes I get into my little short story mode. So, story time with the truth. I'm a 56-year-old man. Some days I feel 56. Some days I feel 26. Some days I feel 16. Some days I feel 76. But I'm a 56-year-old man. Um, I served 4 years in the United States Navy. Yes, I am a veteran. Uh, Back in 1990, I left to go to the military, and at the time, I was dating this sister. I'm gonna try to put a little put a little curtains on the story because you know me and this sister we still A100 solid with each other. So I ain't gonna get too you know out there with the story. But I was dating this sister. I was a young wild boy, man. I went into the Navy at 20. Couldn't tell me nothing at the time. I actually turned 21 in boot camp. So hey, I was just doing my thing, you know. But I had a lady. I was in love with her. I had asked her to marry me. This, that, and the third. So for, this before me and Chauncey Mama got together. Uh, I can't. I came home from the Persian Gulf War. I came home to visit, And when I came home to visit, back then it wasn't no cell phones. We were talking about 1990. I came home in April of '91. So back then there wasn't no cell phones. So by it not being no cell phone, you had to use house phones or whatever, pay phones. Hey, I mean, some of y'all know what it is. Uh, appreciate that, and make sure I hit them buttons. Uh, I called her. I kind of went home. I went to mama. Went home. Mama, dad, the house is in the third, and I called her when I got to the house and told her I would, be there. And she was like, okay. I said, all right. Can I have a little more enthusiasm? She said, yeah, okay, all right, cool. So, we went up. I went up to Frozen. Went up to the Frozen Palace on Old National, Frozen Paradise. Excuse me, Frozen Paradise. Frozen Palace was down there off Flat Show. So hung out with the fellas. You know, uh, got ready to leave. Called her from a payphone. I didn't get no answer, but that wasn't abnormal for her because uh, that girl fall asleep on the drop of a dime. So she probably in the bed. So I called her. I left, a message on the answer machine. Back then, there wasn't no voicemails, answer machines. So I left a message on the answer machine. You know, I, I'll be there. Okay. So I get there. You know, I get there, knock on the door. You know, no answer. I ain't tripped. Cause that happened before. Cause the girl slept hard. This about 10, 11 o'clock at night. So I ain't want to knock too hard because she had a roommate, this, then the third, and me and her roommate was super cool, A100. So I kind of walked around to her window, tapped on her window, and I thought I saw the curtains move. So I said, okay. So I walked back around, knocked on the door again, because I'm thinking she heard me and still no answer at the door. So I'm like, what's going on? So I'm just standing there, so I'm getting ready to walk back to my car. Um, the police pull up. So as I'm walking to my car, when police pull up, police was like, "How you doing?" I said, "I'm okay." He said, "What's going on?" I said, "Nothing. I just, I came to my girlfriend's house. I went and knocked on the door and no answer, so I'm leaving." He said, "Hold on a minute." I said, "No, I'm leaving. I ain't, He said, "No." He said, "No, just hold on a minute." He said, "Just relax." So I, I'm like, what's going on? I'm tripping because I'm flabbergasted. You talking about a 21-year-old cat? Hey, look here. Hey, back then, bro, you tried to stay away from the fucking police, man. So I'm like, what's going on? So I'm going somewhere with this, y'all. So um, we walked. He said it was him. It was two houses. It was a white dude and a white lady. He said, hold on. So walked her back up to the door. I said, man, I said she probably sleep or something like that. So my dumb ass ain't realized that the police done got called on me. So so when he went to knock on the door, I said, I already tried that out. He said, hold on, let me see. So he knocked on the door. The door opened. So hold on. Yeah, I might laugh. I said, so she opened the door, and so I said, oh, okay. I'm like, I said, girl, I said, I'm out here knocking on the door. I said, the damn police think I'm trying to break in the house. I'm still right now not even realize the goddamn police done got called on me. And so the police, they kind of looked at, I can see the police looking at each other, and I can see like the female, like she was about to laugh. Now the female was like kind of shaking her head a little bit. So, uh, 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 so, uh, the officer started talking to her. She was like, he was just knocking a little loud, and my roommate, my roommate boyfriend here, and he was getting agitated and all that, and then I'm like, Tisha, I said, what you talking about? So I'm like, Tisha, what? I'm like, what the? And so the officer, hey, look here, hey, well, um, we just came because we got called. We gonna leave, but what's going on here? So I I I started walking toward the door, and then the officer said, "You okay with him coming in?" She said, "No." I stopped. I said, "Huh?" I said, "Huh?" I said, "T, what the-" Officer said, "Man," and I'm looking at the officer. I'm like, and the officer, even the officer knew some bullshit. So the female officer said, "Miss King, let me talk to you." She said, "Miss King, I'm gonna say this as a woman. Just give us some time." I said, "But also, I ain't did." She said, "Mr. King, just trust me on this and just give us some time." So I'm fucking flabbergasted. So here's the moral of the story. The bitch had done broke up with me, and I ain't even know she had broke up with me. Man, I talk like that when I said a bitch because I have the utmost respect for that sister to this very day. We were young. We were young. James Pearce Jr. and Rickea Jackson, they young. I didn't I didn't crash out. In that case, I didn't crash out because our situations are similar. When I say similar, to the point to where the police got involved, but in his case, when the police got involved, he bucked on the police. I didn't. So I did a little research on the baby girl Rickea Jackson, and I'm gonna tell you, she is an absolutely baby doll, gorgeous, beautiful black woman. I can see why a brother would really be madly in love with her. If y'all haven't seen her, she is a she's a baby doll, man. 6'2", tall, drink of water, drop dead gorgeous, with or without makeup. So it's easy to fall head over heels. Uh, um, you know, it's easy to fall head over heels. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, Mike, yeah, oh yeah. I mean, you learn off experience. So, but what I did is what gonna happen if this thing go to trial. I went and dissected her past. Now, she did no crazy shit now, but a lot of shit gonna have to wind up coming out if this thing going to court. because and we done got all we done heard all the bad shit about him. Look, we listen. Hey, when we drafted him, we knew he had a checkered past. We knew he had he had character issues. Okay, so if he if he kind of flips out, it wouldn't be too abnormal if he flips out. Okay, so of course, of course, you got this situation right here. Ain't gonna make him look too good, but this is a first time offender technically. Meaning legally, this is a first time offender. So yeah, he might have to check a pass, but legally, this is a first time offender. So I went and looked into baby girl a little bit, just little bit. And a few things that I found out about her, like she might have had a similar situation with someone else in the past. What you saying, 330? Okay, I think you know where I'm going with this. So I put it to you like this: based on what I found out about her, because I don't want to come all the way out and say what I found out, because if I say what I found out, I'm gonna kind of put somebody out there a little bit, because what I found out is from someone who uh, uh, who played football at the University of Tennessee. I know a few people. I know a few. I know three people that played football at the University of Tennessee. I ain't gonna say what my relation is, but I know three people that played football at the University of Tennessee. Three of them, person. One is a father, and his son later played at the University of Tennessee, and that might be saying a little too much, but nevertheless, and to my understanding, the situation with them two, no, the situation with them two. Stop trying to guess 330. God damn it. It's been allegedly, supposedly, they've been volatile the whole relationship. Break up to make up, fucking fight, that type shit there. Shit we did when we was in college, pretty dirty. Me and you the same got around the same age. The shit we did when we was in college. Shit we did as youngins. Start a football team over here, dating the star of the girls basketball team, and they the two big wigs on campus, and they back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Okay. She's also had a similar situation in the past, somebody else, and that's about the best way for me to go with that. So what I'm trying to say is, because I can't get too long with it, because the hit K Style, the 6-man convo will be up at 8 o'clock. Um, Baby girl might not want this to go to trial, because no matter what may happen to him, let's hypothetically say he goes to trial and he wound up getting convicted of one of them 5 charges, and I know one of the 5 charges carry a minimum of 5 years in prison, minimum. Um, it's gonna get ugly because they're gonna have to dig into her. They're gonna have to dig into her, so it's gonna get ugly. So baby girl might not want this to go to trial. If she's, hey, listen, to my understanding, she didn't get injured. There is obvious damage to her car. Her feelings probably hurt. Both their feelings hurt. They young. They young, in and out of love. And a lot of times, usually, it's the female that mentally checks out first. Cause we always behind. Us niggas, we always behind. It be the female who fall in love first most of the time, and it be the female who mentally checks out first. So she probably had done mentally checked out. But allegedly, supposedly, the way baby girl went about it was not very mature. I'm gonna say that. No, I didn't see the bond hearing. I'll find out about it. Um, I'll find out about it. I didn't see it, but to my understanding, his bond was $20,000, 20,500. I don't know, but that was set before he left the jail. Before he left the jail. So, but she's not on trial here. Let me say that she's not on trial here. Ain't nobody absolving him for the dumb shit that he did because that's what it was. It was just that dumb shit. Ain't nobody absolving him from that at all. Please don't come at me about that because I'm not. All right, I got to say that. Based on how I'm getting it, how she broke up with him was very distasteful and tacky. Block the phone number. Come on, baby girl, don't do that. Be an adult. Be an adult. I guarantee you, has she been an adult, been more adult about it, if that's how it happened, has she been more adult about it, if that's how it happened, it wouldn't have went to that. He probably still would have been mad or livid or anything, but he would have, as a man, respected her, just coming to him. Because all of that gonna come out if they take it to court. I see three dirty. I wrote something to me like, just give me a tick, read three dirty. They gonna dissect everything. They gonna go in the phone records and all that stuff there. And in the midst of, you know, what they trying to figure out what they're gonna do with him, they gonna cut her in half, or they gonna cut her up, and then everybody gonna be in their feelings talking about they why are they going at the victim? Well, no, um, why are they going at the victim? But no, why the victim handle it like that? Because now you done created a hostage. You done made this situation volatile. You triggered the man. Okay, let me see here. The judge asking about him having items at her place says volumes, and also judge asking him to go back to Atlanta. I've never heard a judge tell you where to go when we're giving a bond. That says a lot. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You talking about that? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No. No. Listen, man. Come on, 3 Dirty. Me and you don't seen this movie before, bro. Bruh, I don't know about you. I got partners that got fucked up like that with that aggravated stalking shit. Bro, you don't get no bond on that. I was shocked that man got. I was shocked he got a bond that soon. I kind of figured eventually he was gonna get a bond, but I was shocked that man got a bond. The man did this shit on Saturday afternoon. He posted bond during the fourth quarter of the Super Bowl. She posted on social media, "I'm single." I mean, when? That could have been something that could have triggered him. But even still, if he don't know that she, the point is, he the last person to find out that they single. But because we were doing a watch party, me and Mad Mike, then we were doing a watch party, and Mike, Super Bowl watch party, and Mike said, "Hold on, man, it's breaking news." He said, J- James Pearce Jr. posted bond. I said, "What? Well, oh, for what?" I said, "How the hell he get a bond?" I said, "Shit, what was the bond?" Because I'm thinking they finna hit him with a couple 100,000. At the very least, a couple 100,000. That man said 20,500. So I said, even if it is 10%, his bond wasn't but $115,000 for all that he did. Aggravated battery, assault with a deadly weapon. The deadly weapon turning out to be a $200,000 Lamborghini truck. Injuring the police, eluding police, resisting arrest, and all that man had to come out of was, even if it was on 10%, $100,000, he won. But what I heard, $20,000, 20K on 5 felonies. Man, Puff Bond was 50 million for being a freak. Let's call it for what it is. Yeah, technically one of those charges was sex trafficking, but it was some bullshit. That's another whole story. I throw a party. I invite some girls. I throw a party. I'm out of town. I throw a party. I fly some girls in to come in and work the party. They make a little money. I get charged sex trafficking. That's what happened. In a nutshell, with Puff. Puff, you throw a lot of lavish parties. Everybody knew about Puff parties. It's just a lot of mainstream media and social media folks just hearing about all these fucking parties. These parties been going on for, man, them type parties been going on for the last 40 years. Freak offs or freak parties. It all depends on how you say it. Up in north they said freak off. In the south we said freak party. But nevertheless, off of him, his bond was 50 million. 20,000. So he did the act on a Saturday. He got let out on a Sunday. Do judges work on Sunday 3:30? I don't think judges work on Sunday. So the judge done left his house. Hell, he probably was watching the Super Bowl. Went to the jail, held a court with the boy at the jailhouse, and told him, all right, uh, give him 20,500 and stay away from her. What? Huh? God have mercy. If I ever get into trouble, please let him be my goddamn judge. And they got that boy up out of Florida on that shit. He from North Carolina, bro. He played at Tennessee. He ain't got that. He ain't got that. He ain't got that type of power. So we already know who got that type of power. So for a lot of Atlanta Falcon fans who feel like he should be released or cut, or think he gonna get cut, if that was the case, they'd have left his ass down there. He still may get cut, but if that was the case, they'd have left his ass down there. Whoever the judge is, he or she, I'm pretty sure before they went to the court, before they went to the courthouse to talk to him, they done talked to everybody else. And he also looked at the cameras. They talked to everybody else. They talked to the police, all the police involved, even the police that got hit. They talked to her. I know he talked to her. If she any kind of way felt threatened or fearing for her life, all she had to do was just say she feared for her life, she terrified. That nigga still there right now. Bruh's still there right now. I'm telling you. So whatever she told him, now look at what his conditions was. Pay me 25, pay me 20, just say pay me $21,000, but stay away from her. So what you think was discussed between the judge and her? And she a little mouthy little chick from Detroit. I didn't look at I'll tell you the whole background. She a little hood chick from Detroit. She got a temper. I don't watch. I don't looked at her in about 3 or 4 scuffles, and with Sparks and in college. She's alleged to have gone back and forth with boyfriends. She probably said, "I just don't want. I just want. Hey, I want to leave me alone and stay away from me. That's it. That's all I care about." Because I'm telling you, they wouldn't have let that boy out. No way in the hell he would have got out. I forgot about that. 3:30. You damn sure right. Domestic violence, that's mandatory 48 hours. So 48 hours means he shouldn't have got out before Monday at noon at the earliest. It's just something to think about, man. It's something to think about. Baby girl, that's the uncomfortable conversation. Baby girl may not want. Oh yeah, Mr. Blank. Come on, man. Man, 3 stiff suits, three white boys came and picked him up in some suits and ties at 11 o'clock at night and put his ass in a black SUV and they got the hell on. And they sent his ass back here. And he probably up there in Flowery Branch in one of them damn dorms, or he may even be at Mr. Blake's house. Yeah, they might have sent him to Matt Ryan's house. I can hear Matt now. Damn, James, bro, what did you do? Because Matt got a little humor. He got a little dry humor with him. What the fuck? Oh, you got yourself in a mess here, boy. I'm telling you. But if that trial gets crunk up, and they trying to offer that boy some time. All bets off. Them team of lawyers go cut her ass up, and then it gonna look fucked up. That's the uncomfortable conversation. Baby girl may not want that trial. Baby girl might not want that jury to crank up. I may not want that shit to go to trial. So baby girl might want to check that envelope, check up under her doormat for an envelope, or check her check her account in 48 hours. Just hey, you checked your account yet? Hey, sweetie, how you doing? You okay? Yeah, he's a dumbass. Yeah, he is. He is truly a dumbass. But you didn't get hurt. You besides, I know you in your emotions right now. I know you all over the place. What's your cash app? Oh, you want a Zelle? Okay. Uh, yeah, I know. Look, I know. No, I know. No, he's not gonna come around you. Yeah, he's feeling his feelings too. But you say your Zelle is what's your phone number? I know. Stop crying. Stop crying. I'm not here to hurt you. I'm here to help you. Okay. Check your Zelle. Check your bank account. Okay. You you be safe, sweetie. Good luck to you in the upcoming WNBA season. Oh, that's right. Y'all finna go on a lockout. You might not be getting paid. So I tell you what. Well, check your Zelle again. And that is the uncomfortable truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Make sure y'all hit them buttons. Oh, I talked about that dumb motherfucker already. That bro relevant. Make sure y'all hit them buttons, man. Y'all get on over here to the 6-man convo with 6-man K Style. I'm OZ Truth with a 2 Hertz with a Z. Appreciate everybody checking in, man. I'm out.
The truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth.